Well, good morning, everybody, and it's good to see you here at St. Matthew's worshiping with us. And if you're visiting, we're glad that you're checking us out and hope you come back. If you have questions, I'll be happy to talk to you after the service about our wonderful church we have here and also online. Thank you for worshiping with us where you are. So for today, for All Saints, the passage that we will be looking at will be from Revelation chapter 21, verses 1 through 6. So I invite you to follow along in your own Bible. They're on the words on the screen, or not on the screen, I'm being told, as I read it aloud. Then I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth had passed away, and the sea was no more. And I saw the holy city, the new Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a loud noise from the throne saying, "See, the home of God is among mortals. He will dwell with them. They will be his people, and God himself will be with them and be their God. He'll wipe every tear from their eyes. Death will be no more. Mourning and crying and pain will be no more, for the first things have passed away." And the one who has seated on the throne said, "See, I am making all things new." Also he said, "Write this, for the words are trustworthy and true." And then he said to me, "It is done. I am the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. To the thirsty I will give water as a gift from the spring of the water of life." This is the word of God for the people of God. Thanks be to God. You know, the human mind and the brain is really a marvel that God and how God created it and how it works. It's unique of all creation here on this earth. And so what your mind does and how it sorts things and how things are revealed are quite magnificent. And I kind of think of it this way. Every Monday when I get to my office and I sit at my desk, it's usually a mess from the week's worth of work. And Sunday, I usually just dump a lot of stuff on my desk from Sunday. So Monday, a lot of times before I can do anything new for the week, I have to sort my desk. I have to get my stacks in order. I have to file things away. I have a checklist of things that I have to do every Monday. And when everything is ordered and cleared, I'm ready to do work. And that is how God made our mind. Our mind is the same way. Every time you go to bed and you dream and you're processing your thoughts from the day, your mind is clearing your desk. Everything that happened in that day gets filed away in your mind and in your brain. And things that get left on the desk are the things that you keep with you. A lot of times it could be good things or it could be negative things, and that's what trauma is. And if you have things that stick around on your desk forever or on your brain forever with trauma, that's where you need to go get help, and someone can help you process that information and file it away so it's no longer lingering. And so when you dream, there's a part in your cycle of sleep where if you wake up, you might come up with a creative idea. And a lot of people understood this and understand that, and so they have a notepad by their desk or by their nightstand. If something's bothering them or they wake up with an idea, they write it down and they go back to sleep. One famous inventor knew how to hack that, and it was Thomas Edison, who created a lot of things. And whenever he was working on a project and he needed something revealed to him to help him solve whatever invention or project that he was working on, whatever roadblock he was at, he had a chair in his office that reclined slightly so that he can sit in it, and he had two metal saucers on either end of the chair, and he would hold these metal balls in his hand, sit in the chair, fall asleep. But as soon as he falls asleep, and as soon as we all fall asleep, your muscles tend to relax and go into some type of paralysis type of situation. And so when that happened for him, as he was falling asleep, and he would drop the metal balls and hit the saucers to wake him up, he'd quickly go to his notepad on his desk and write down whatever his mind was thinking of at that time. And a lot of times he can solve the problems he's running into when he's creating his inventions that way. Okay? So he kind of hacked the dreaming process and the mind sorting process to have new things revealed to him. And so this is what Revelation is for us as Christians and as believers. As John, the disciple of John, when he was exiled on an island, he had this wonderful vision that was revealed to him by God, and he wrote it down for us so that we begin to see things a little more clearly. Kind of think of it as we're getting into the holiday season, so kind of think about the Christmas Carol when Ebenezer Scrooge was visited by three ghosts. goes to past, present, and future, and he had things revealed to him about his future, especially things that if he didn't change, knowing. And today, being All Saints' Day, and in just a moment, we're going to, it is a lot of people, but that is actually kind of normal for our church. And a big ministry of St. Matthew's, what a lot of folks don't really know until they're in this position, big part of our ministry that we do is we do celebrations of life all the time, usually church. And so those, and for us all is, the ghost of Christmas still, as Christians, God will lead you. And so we are in a time now, especially in our nation, where we're all kind of anxious of what's going to happen next week even. And so we live in a world that can wear us down. I mean, I don't know how y'all feel at the end of the day, even if it's not a bad day. At the end of the day, I just feel tired, like worn down. It could have just been a normal day. But we've become numb to the brokenness around us, but yet we still feel the impacts of it, even on a normal day. And so Revelation shows us kind of the current situation of our world, of the brokenness, of the sadness. But also Revelation shows us a little bit more of what we are battling internally with ourselves as well. That we can feel the weakness within us, within the temptations that we face. We would like for things to change within us, but sometimes it doesn't seem to work out. And it seems like we're fighting an uphill battle within ourselves every day. You know, when I meet with the families, typically if someone passes away and we do their celebration of life service, we meet with the family just to get to know a little bit more about the individual that we are celebrating. And sometimes, as pastors, we know them really, really well. They were active in the church. We visited them as they were passing, and so we really got to know them. But sometimes there's some folks that we really don't know. I've done a few funerals this year where I have never met the individual that we were celebrating. And so we like to meet with the families because honestly, you want to make sure you bury the right person. And you want to make sure those that are coming know who you are talking about. And one thing that I hear over and over and over again. That's the biggest regret. And I heard recently, and it really stuck with me, that there are a lot of things we wish we can go back and change if we had more time. But think of time as the currency that we all have, but we never know the balance. So use each moment in your life in a way that God would want you to use it, because you never know when your balance is going to run out. And so we all battle these things within ourselves, and Revelation reveals that to us in our internal brokenness. But this text also gives us the hope that we all need to be reminded of, because it shows us where we are all headed. We are all going to a place where there is no more death. A place where there is no more anxiety and depression and temptations that doesn't win. A place where you fill in the blank of whatever that disease is or whatever that brokenness is, and it is gone. It is no longer something that you have to sort through every time you go to sleep. It is a place of healing, a place of hope, a place where God will wipe every tear from your eyes. And so, because of this passage, we are reminded and we are thankful. We are thankful for the sacrifice of Jesus Christ, because when he died on the cross and he defeated death, we are invited into that victory over death as long as we believe in him. The cost of admission is to our faith in Jesus Christ. And so when you believe that things will get better, that there will be no more hurt and sadness. And because of that, we are thankful. As we enter in this season of November, and we oftentimes celebrate Thanksgiving as a nation, may we also be thankful for Jesus Christ when we give thanks for all that we have. Because one day, this is not our permanent home. We are just passerbyers. One day, we will pass over and go to glory with all those that have gone before us. those that we name today and those that will go before us that we don't even know yet, but we will all be reunited. As we tell the families when we meet with them, as we plan services, we remind them that this death of theirs is not the final say. All this is just a see you later, because they are made whole. Whatever ailed them here on earth is gone. There's no more hurting, no more sadness. The sadness is for us who are still left on this side, but it's just only temporary. Our time will come, and we will be reunited with all those that have gone before us. And so with this reminder and being thankful for what Jesus Christ has done, and from this revelation that's been given to us, this will give us the motivation to keep on going. To keep on going. Each day that you wake up is a brand new day. And that whatever problems you may face that for that day, one time and all, they'll be gone. And so remember that this world is not our home, that we just pass by, but we need to use every opportunity we have been given to share the love of Jesus Christ to all of our family and all of our neighbors. Because the whole world now, because of technology and the way things are, the whole world is our neighbor. Everybody, even those that we don't like. And I think in times like these, we need to be reminded that we are called to love. And love's not a feeling, it's a deliberate action, and sometimes it's hard. But we're given just a little bit of time here on earth as we pass by. And may we represent our God who created us in all of his glory with the love of Jesus Christ. And may we be remembered for that when it's our turn to have our candle lit on the altar table, that people, when they light our candle, they know that this person was a person of love. Let's pray.